recording, and we are setting up the studio. I'm gonna turn the lights on, and you get to see it just pop, come into life. Oh, let's not have me playing on the screen. Yes, there we go. Ta-da! It really does just make a huge difference. Now let's put some background lights on. And then we'll do this one over here so you can see the dress that I painted yesterday. It's not done. I'm still working on it. Yeah, I like the warm lighting. I think that's nice. Yeah, look at my socks. Wow. Okay, so give me just a sec. I'm going to, this is kind of gross, but we were clearing out the drain in the bathtub, like right before the show, and then right before that I was mounching. So I have to get some chopsticks, and I'll be right back. Oh, things are happening. Hang on. I've acquired chopsticks. Well, hello. Hi, friend. Thank you for following. I have my thing. Let me just chomp this over here. Well, hello. Hi. Oh, apologies. I currently only speak English and then like a couple phrases in Spanish. But thank you for being here. Today, I am going to be actually using my drawing monitor because it works now. I'm so excited. Some people from the community helped me figure out what was going on with it, and it was really relieving because I was very worried. Well, hi, hello, welcome to my stream. Thanks for being here. Let me move this over so this is in front of here, because right now it's kind of cutting off my little zombie follow guy, and I like him very much. So alert box, let's put this up here. What I'm doing right now is I'm going into my Streamlabs thing, and I'm moving around stuff so you can see everything. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Hi, Star Fox. Hello. And also, welcome. Oh gosh, you guys have like really complex names. But Dominic, hi, and 30C More Po. Hi. Welcome. Oh, it's actually kind of warm in here. If you don't mind, I'm gonna grab one of my snacks real quick, and then we can get started with the show. I got soup. I'm so excited. It was a Christmas sweater. I was getting kind of warm though. If I get cold, I'll put on my Christmassy sweater again. Oh, what? Oh, well, hi, hello. Thank you for following. Welcome to the show. Let me move the zombie guy over a little bit. Yeah. There we go. He should pop up and have his own little space now. But before the show, I'm gonna do a little MONCH, and if you haven't hydrated today and all that, I highly recommend. Just make sure you take care of you. But Star Fox, I got my drawing monitor working. I'm so excited. So now we can do like wacky stuff. I can do eventually any kind of Fiverr orders on stream, but I'm also making like a tattoo dump. It'll be, well, hi, oh my gosh, hi, hello. There are like so many people showing up. That's so nice. Thank you. But I'm making a tattoo dump, where basically I'll draw like a dumpster, and it has like, I think I'm just gonna put a cute little raccoon on it that likes tattoos, and then I'm going to make designs and put them into the tattoo dump, and then anyone that wants to use those tattoos, they're more than welcome to, and I'll just like take tips and whatnot. It's mainly for people that need cover-ups. I get it, I know how it is. But I think it would also be cool because I'm going to incorporate a lot of eyes in the designs that I make, and I just think it would be really cool to, you know, my whole thing's like Pandora's Eyes, have people be a part of that kind of aesthetic. Oh, cool! Yeah, Starfox, you say you're gonna check and see which one you get as a tat. Well, that's cool. Yeah, so this is like a brand new thing, so I don't have any yet, but you can be a part of the journey, and I can take like suggestions for things. I do enjoy witchy themes, forest stuff, fantasy, all of those kind of things. So those will show up, but if someone's like, well, this would be cool to see, we can try that out too. Bon appetit. Well, thank you. Thank you. Ooh. I am feeling quite a bit better now. I was feeling like not so great earlier, but I'm bouncing back fast. Minecraft without the craft? Well, good sir, I'll have you know, we actually do crafty things on the show. Like last time, I painted this dress on here, and that was really cool. I've never painted a dress before, so it was kind of a challenge, and I'm gonna keep working on that. By the time that I'm done with this, it'll have a bunch of eyes on it. It'll look nice. Is this French in the chat? Oh, there we go. Yeah, hello from France. Well, hi, hello. Welcome to the chat. I would actually love to learn French one day. I think that would be so nice. So if you have any like super basic French phrases that you want to teach me, I'll be open to hearing them. But also just I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce anything yet, so I'll read them at least. But also, that is so cool that you are from France and you're here in my room. How fun. Starfox, you say the only cover-up you need is this thinning hair spot. Circulation, man, makes all the difference. You gotta massage the scalp. But, I don't know, I've seen people, like, keep their head shaved and, like, have, like, full tattoos all over. That's an adventure. I mean, it's an option. Baguette fromage? Isn't that, is that, like, a cheese bagel? Is that what that is? I don't speak French, but I would love to. I think it would be so beautiful, and I'd love to visit all the cool stuff over there. Ah, I guessed it! Yay! Cheese bagel. I know that partially because of omelette du fromage from Dexter's Laboratory. From like a cartoon. If you don't know what Dexter's Lab is, it was on Cartoon Network in America, and they had a whole episode dedicated to where Dexter, this little like boy genius, was going to fall asleep and listen to French music, or like a French introductory thing, and he's like, I'll just learn this while I'm sleeping, and then it gets stuck on like one sentence, and that's all he can say all day. And then he makes all the ladies fall in love with him because he can speak French. It's really cute. Am American. Yep, that's me. I really didn't have much say in the matter, but I mean, we've got some pretty cool stuff here too. I like that it's a melting pot, that there's lots of different kinds of people here. Pardonnez-moi, mon chéri. I don't know if I'm butchering that, but I'm just reading the chat. You guys are like giving me a challenge today, my goodness. Do I like the French people? Oh my goodness, I do. I would love to see the country, and especially the art there, and I've heard the countryside especially is just really beautiful. I'd love to visit it one day. Ooh. You say you hope after, you know, everything settles down, you could go to New York. New York would be cool too. Damien Eccles lives in New York, and so does Marc Roubier, and I think they both are really exciting people. Or Area 51. I mean, people did this like raid thing, and I don't know, they had a pretty good time. I think it would be interesting if someone planned like a music festival like based around at least the idea of Area 51, and it was all like alien themed. That could be fun. Oh, you say it's a quote from Home Alone 2? I mean, that's how I've like learned what I've learned from other languages. I just like pick it up from various places. I don't know, maybe one day I'll be able to do like Duolingo, the little like bird app. It's got like a green bird that yells at you to learn different languages. I used it a little bit in college to learn some Spanish. I could maybe try it out for French. That could be fun. The French love America and alien culture. Like the aliens. I think it's just fascinating, really, the different approach that different cultures have to interpretation of the unknown, the mysterious. Like, I was watching Sublymynal today play Tomb Raider, and it was so rich in culture. Like, they really went above and beyond to make sure that there's a lot of like actual authentic stuff that they could present as information that's accurate to what's going on with their history. So that was fun. And of course there's fantasy mixed in, but I think it's really nice that Tomb Raider and Assassin's Creed, what's cool about them is they'll show like different places, and I think like sometimes people get a little stuck in the mindset of like where they're at in the world is like how everything is everywhere, but it's really not. Like, we have all kinds of different ways of approaching things, and I think that's fun. Oh, especially the French music, by the way. It's really pretty, and I know there's a lot of different French music, but the soft stuff is really nice. Star Fox Rain, you say you love the modern Tomb Raider, like all three modern Tomb Raiders. They're really fun, and one of the newer ones, you can choose to be like the original Lara Croft. That's like pixelated and like, you know, she's got like the cone thing going on. They were working with what they had, and it was really interesting to see like this super like pixelated character like walking around this super realistic world. It's fun though. Oh, I see. Yes. Okay. You say, we, the French, are fascinated by the aliens and the importance given to this kind of thing in the United States. That fascinates us a lot. Yeah, so it does for us too. Like, it's really like a split. Not everyone is like hyper fixated on it, but like the people that are into like the alien thing, they're really into it. That's why like there's like that meme and it's like aliens. Like a lot of people like, yeah, use it. It is interesting. Oh, you are not incompetent, Star Fox. You're super sweet, and you've been really great to the community. I read that in French, and I understood it. I think mainly, like, the pronunciation is what gets me with French. I think there's a couple things I can, like, relate just by context clues, but in terms of, like, how to pronounce it, I'm not there yet. You say you love playing Shadow of the Tomb Raider on your PC, full settings and 4K. They really did a lot of work on that. It has like an extreme amount of graphics. What I appreciate is they didn't have to go above and beyond for the storytelling. You know, the cinematics in it are solid, but they put forth the extra effort, and it really comes together like an art piece. It's like a movie that you can interact with. It's so nice. I'd love to do stuff like that. Okay. So, I'm just gonna do my makeup on screen. I hope that's okay. I'm a little behind today. I eat like a bird, so I just like MONCH a little bit, but I do it over time, so it adds up. It's easier on my system that way. I'm really excited. So if you're new to the channel, this back here is my dress for Miss Marionette. She is a character I'm creating for personifying Ehlers-Danlos, but in like a kooky, wacky, fun way. Ehlers-Danlos is a connective tissue disorder. That's what I have, and this is like my good for the world. I'm gonna make something like pretty to help spread awareness, and but do it in a way that like people finding out about it will be able to like not go into shock so much, I guess, if they figure out that they have it, and just see that like people do survive with it and are able to still do some stuff and promote taking care of yourself, all the fun things. But I mention this partially because the aesthetic for the actual makeup for this is going to be like mine's, like the white and then a little bit of powdery, and I'm really excited about it. I've never done it before, so we'll see how that goes. What if we put this up here? I think that'll work better for me. There you go. Works a little more like a mirror now. So this is what I do before the show. I just MONCH and set up my lights, put on my face. There's a line in a Beatles song that says she keeps her face in a jar by the door, and I was like, wow, that's poetic. That's really pretty. I like creative ways of explaining things. Aww, you say you used your Facebook page to post my link as an ad for 6 days. Oh, Star Fox, thank you. Wow, that's really cool. I'm hoping to just get some good stuff out there as soon as possible. So thanks for being a part of the show. That's really great. It definitely helps. Oh, I want, let's do purple. Yeah, most of the time I don't do like a whole lot of brushes. I just do like smudgy stuff. It's very textural. It's just good to keep my hands washed the entire time. I do need like an actual mirror real quick, like 2 seconds. I'll be right back. My mirror's right here. I'm not going anywhere. I can still interact. Still reading the chat. Oh, I like all the fruit. Thank you. And for anyone that doesn't know, the emojis or emotes in my my channel are actually from my video game. I made a video game with my buddy, and he does all the coding, and then I do all the artwork, and it's like 90% done, but it is free, and it's available on the App Store. It's called Fruit Fling. Like, you fling the fruit, and then you bounce them into a smoothie. But it's not, like, graphic or anything. It's all cute. It's my style of, like, cute and macabre. I'd like to hear about your day if you'd like to share. If you don't want to share, that's okay too. And then after this, we're gonna hop right into it. Get some crafty stuff going on. There we go. Yeah. Well, I think I have successfully put on my face. So like, after I do my makeup, my hands always look like this. It's fine. I'm used to them being covered in paint anyway, so it's pretty consistent. Oh, Star Fox, you put the link in there. That's so sweet. Thank you. Yeah, that's my game. I made it. It's actually, I can show you over here. We're going on a magic adventure. Yeah, see? He's right over there. See him? You can put him in the chat. He's in my emotes. I made him. And he's also in the video game. That for mobile devices. Yeah, there he is. It is fun just seeing him like pop up in different kind of outlets. So right now I'm going to make a scene. Not like drama or anything, like dramatic. So OBS has these things. Streamlabs and OBS both have like frames that you can use where you add different sources for things, and you can do all kinds of stuff. It really is like just a free-for-all for how you go about it, and it's really cool to see like how different people utilize it. But right now we are going to add a, there we go, display capture, and we'll make it to where you can actually, no, you can see my bottom monitor. Well, to make it to where it registers the bottom. There we go. Yeah. Hey. And bam. That's what's on my drawing screen right now. Turn this up a bit. Yeah, so I have a working drawing monitor. Ah, yes. I also have a drawing glove, which the first time people see these, it's kind of funny. It looks like super aesthetic and extra, which I'm okay with. The whole idea is so it doesn't like smudge your screen. But now you can see what I'm working on while I work on it, and yeah, there we go. Let's see. How's my day? My day has gone pretty well, actually. I slept in a lot later than I anticipated, but I think I needed it. I was just super worn out. I've been working on all kinds of different stuff. But I haven't been able to touch my drawing monitor and actually have it work for so long, so it's going to be really nice to get back into it. You say nifty shirt? Thank you. I like tank tops. Partially because I don't like stuff in my armpits. I don't know if it's just like a texture thing or what, but it just feels more like I can breathe. My skin is getting the appropriate amount of oxygen. But I'll wear like a t-shirt every now and then. Like I've got a t-shirt that I got from that horror convention that we were talking about. Fright Fest? Is that it? I don't know. It was in Dallas, and it was really fun. I'm bad with names. At a certain point in time, I just lost track because I was doing so many conventions, because that's what I did before all of this. And 10 out of 10, recommend it whenever the world opens back up. Checking that out. It's kind of hard to get into though. It's always filled up. I only got to go because someone like needed help with a booth. So let's do, I guess I'll just jump into it and see if I can do like a tattoo design and see if my stuff lags. Because it was lagging. Maybe it won't lag. We'll see. Let's try like a square design. Or maybe a long design. Oh, let's do 8x10. That way I can turn it into a print if I want. Oh, bam. So the setup I have is an XP pen. It's a drawing monitor. It's lovely. and then I use Clip Studio Pro. And I've also found out that you can do animation stuff with the upgraded version. So I'll do that eventually. But I think it's better for me to learn the equipment first a little bit. You say you're a t-shirt man yourself? No long sleeve, anything for you? You get too hot? Makes sense. Yeah, I'm usually... my body's finicky. I either will get like really cold or really hot, and I usually try to just adjust my clothing to like fit that. So I'll do like a tank top and then a jacket, because then I can just take off the jacket if I get too hot, and then it's like, wafting air. Oh, you say you're hot in the looks. You don't have to JK, it's cool. You can own it. Just flaunt it. Okay, so, just so you know, it's not, like, super set up right now, but I do have a Fiverr. Oh gosh, I'm moving my keyboard. Yeah. I have a Fiverr and there's stuff on there. So if there's ever anything that you want to see on stream, I do have a few options on there. Other than that, I'm just gonna do stuff for my tattoo dump. Maybe I'll make one for me eventually. My skin is like virgin skin in the sense of tattoos. It doesn't have anything on it whatsoever, blank canvas. So we'll see what I get eventually. I really like what, there's a word for it. Something geometry. But there's a lot of geometric designs that I think are very beautiful. And I'd like to incorporate that a lot more. Okay, let's see how it goes. Yee. I think... I think I'm gonna start with a black and white design and then go from there. So first we're gonna do like a rough outline sketch of like where everything should go. And then we'll go in and we'll edit it. Ooh, you know what? How about we do like a spooky mask? I've been watching Sublymynal's Tomb Raider show, and they have some really cool influences for that. Like I've been seeing like all kinds of like wacky, crazy designs that are super bold. They're not hesitant at all, which makes sense. It's like powerful and I like it. Yeah. Whenever I switched over to my new equipment, my drawing monitor just started like lagging a little bit, and you might not be able to tell with some of the like rough draft stuff, but we'll see if it comes up whenever I do like fine detail things. Yes. Okay. So with that, how about we move that down? Ooh, you know what? I've had this idea for a long time of doing like a series with like ladies, like the human figure, but like these really monstrosities of masks. And so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try that out. Okay, this is... Apologies, this is in, like, the video. Like, what? I guess we're listening to, like, the Christmas lo-fi hip-hop. And they're just... This is cute. Let me show this real quick. This is, Harris Heller and his stream beats. What is that, a baguette? How fitting. Cool. I was like, why is there crinkling? Who? How? What? Now we're good. It's cool. Okay, cool. Getting back at it. It's just random. Oh gosh, no. We want the opposite, please. Gosh, then I can make some prints out of these too. I'm so excited. It's been so long since I've been able to like actually get back at it and do my thing. I do lots of different things, but my main thing is really an illustrator. Being an illustrator that enjoys storytelling and the human figure, but skewed in a way that it's like mysterious and weird. I'm gonna give them like a staff, like a stabby stab. A spear. That's the word I'm looking for. Sorry, my breakfast was a little late today. It's gonna be like, yes. She's like, halt, woman, cannot enter the temple. Yeah, that's nice. Let me just... And if you have any questions about this program, or drawing in general, please feel free to ask. I'm very comfortable sharing any information that I learn, and you know what, this is going to be faster if I do this. And at this point, it's like so natural to me that I'm just kind of mowing through it. But if there's anything that I do and you're like, ah, how do? I'll tell you. Oh, you say you need an iPad and Procreate. I've heard those are actually really good options. And my main thing is they're portable. Oh, that's not right. Don't do that. Cool. It took me a long time to figure out where everything is and how to do some stuff in this program. So if there's anyone that's like, I'm starting my journey now, how do I do this? I think it's nice because I can just help them skip some of those steps that took me forever to do. I think I kind of like it better whenever it was like this, but let's make it larger. Big. Yes. I also think it's fun that different people from around the world are just experiencing like a different time of the day. Like for me right now it's really dark, but in Australia it's light right now. Yes. You know what? This would probably be better with like spooky music. And maybe I need to like change my framing. This is the first time I've done this. Whoa, you say Procreate's only like $10? That's cool. There's a thing that happened. Let me see. Star Fox saying you hosted me. Thank you. I appreciate that. I always appreciate when people host me. Yeah, Procreate is only like $10. That's crazy. I've heard a lot of good things about it too. I think I'm gonna change the music up to do some white bat audio because they have more spooky stuff and we're doing like spooky ones. Might as well. Yeah, there we go. I'll just pick a random one. Ooh, this one's like inside the alien hive, which we were talking about aliens earlier, so maybe that's fitting. Yeah, that's ominous. That's the kind of theme that we're going for right now. so I'll do like the outline and something clean, and then I think I'll just turn it into a print. That sounds nice. How do I do framing? No, is this... I'm gonna try to get it to where it doesn't like cut off my face. And if you want to check out the music that we're listening to, I'll drop it in the chat. And here you go. Boop. They're great. So especially if you're a streamer, highly recommend this channel. Yeah, there's the word. Because they have all kinds of stuff that is like a little bit darker, which is kind of hard to find in the free streaming stuff. Yeah, I think that's a little better. Don't want it to be like overpowering. So I think if I move this forward a little bit, it'll stop cutting off my head when I work on it. I also need to like have better posture, so this should work out. And if you ever come into my show and I'm just ridiculously quiet or the music is too loud, please let me know, because I'm here to make the best experience possible for you. Okay, you know what? Let me try. So I used to mainly make decals, and that like this is like this process that I'm doing right now. This is kind of like mainly how I made decals, which I'm sure to most people that do vectors and whatnot, it's probably like, why would you do this? But I just did it as fast as I possibly could, and this is what I came up with. So if you do vectors, those are great because you can scale them and move them around, but this is the current process that I know how to do. So I'm just going to apply this in making clean lines for like a tattoo, and then we can go in and adjust stuff. My face is still getting cut off. How do? What if I just adjust this? You guys are getting moved around a little bit. Let me... No, that is worse. That doesn't make it better. Now there's no head for me. There is a creature in Mayan culture that doesn't have a head, and it showed up in one of the Scooby-Doo episodes, one of the newer ones, and it just has like this face and like the stomach is like this monstrosity of like a mouth. Fun fact. I don't know what it's called. Alien versus Predator is cool. We're also listening to like alien-esque music, so that's fun. I want this person to be intimidating, like someone that you wouldn't want to run into in like a forest. Gosh, these are like, this is taking too long. Let's do drawing for this one. We'll do the pen. Yes. Get over here. I'd rather just go in and clean this up in a bit. Yeah, I definitely need to change some settings on my pen. But for like the rough outline stuff, it's fine. Hey, look at my face not getting cut off. How lovely. Oh, there we go. So I found this clip today of, I guess it's like I don't know if they're a film company or just a bunch of people that enjoy making films, but it was based off of the Lord of the Rings, and they did a phenomenal job on it. I'll drop it in the chat in a bit, but I was just blown away by the quality of it, and it was just something that I came across from someone on Facebook. I thought that was pretty neat. I want this more like gripping. Let's do like, this person's like ready to go. Yeah. Hands are hard right now because my stuff lags a little bit. My pen. But I'll troubleshoot that later. Yeah, so what I'm really looking for right now is the feeling of the figure, the feeling of the silhouette. And that's something that I did a lot in college. And it's the most fundamental part that I always start with is like the impression. Like, what does it feel like? What does this form present? What is the impression of it? And people have this every day. Body language is very powerful, and in design, both in modeling, fashion, and really just anything, you can alter these things to create an emotion. So for example, if you wanted to create a character that was very bold or intimidating, you want to do more of like they're protruding their body towards you. If you want a character that is more shy or is in a defensive mode, you take that and then you curl it back in. Our bodies naturally react to our emotions, and it's very fascinating. Body language. This is like super quiet. Hello. Yeah, finding the balance for this is kind of hard. Maybe we'll do something upbeat then. Let's just start at the end. Start at the beginning, please. There we go. That works for me. It does have a spiky head. These are gonna be feathers on it. Yeah, that's what we're doing. And they're just like, halt. No enter, close. Except they have like a staff and they would stab. I want them to have like claws. Ah, that sounds like fun. Just like really accentuate that they are not messing around. Yeah, and perspective is usually pretty hard to do, so we'll see if it works out in the end. Yeah, let's elongate all of this, and I have an idea for what to do with it after that too. Oh, this is more bird-like now. Like, okay, bird skulls, they're so cool looking. If you ever want to just look at a bunch of skulls, I have a website where it can like actually, like, it has a 3D model of different kinds of skulls. It's limited, but you can move them around and it shows you what they look like from different angles, and it is just absolutely fascinating how many different shapes the animal kingdom provides just for a skull shape. So here's my thinking. I'm probably gonna do like a bunch of bases, a bunch of like rough stuff, and then, oh, you know, let's make this one. And then I'll go back and adjust my pen settings and do like the fine detail stuff. So that way you get to see like all the fun stuff, and then I do all the boring stuff off camera. I personally really like making the drafts, the beginning. It's one of my favorite parts. It's like you're bringing a whole new thing into life. Let's make this much smaller and pointier. Like, yeah, there we go. Oh, there's these. We're already running into the different layers problem. Anyone that does drawings on digital formats, I'm sure they've experienced the same thing. Yeah, like this is like over here. Like, what are you doing? It's fine. I'll just combine them. I don't mind. Let's go to merge selected layers and get out of here. Ta-da! Now it's all in the same thing. Let's put these feathers on a different, yeah. So I remember when I started doing digital drawing and then I went back to traditional drawing, I kept trying to click like the undo button in real life. That's not how that works. Oh yeah, did you see that? Did you see that lag right there? It's not super obvious, but I'm working around it a lot. Alright, there's like our first, like... You know what? I really think I should do the full body for this one. I'm gonna make her smaller. And that way I can zoom all this out. Okay, so we're gonna have like the full figure. So it'll just be nicer for a tattoo. The tattoo artist won't have to like do weird stuff around the outside to make it make sense. Okay, so we have like one of our spooky babes. What about some legs though? Okay, we'll just combine these now. I'm really bad about having just a ton of layers, so this time I'm going to try to keep it pretty simple. Oh, you say it reminds you of Tomb Raider? That's cool! That's the idea. Yeah, let me drop that, like, Lord of the Rings video in the chat, because I watched it and I was blown away by the quality. Like, not just, like, the equipment that they used, but, like, the actual directive decisions. It was really fun. So, boop, here you go. You can check that out later. Yeah, let's do this. Bird woman. Yes. I would love to cosplay like a threatening bird woman. That sounds like a dream. Okay. Let's do this. How do I want the legs? Okay, she's gotta be able to like actually stand around. So. Oh gosh. Let's try a different approach. So I don't want to do like for sure lines yet. Do sketch. See how I want it. I'll move this over here. Yeah. She just has to have like enough room for her legs. One thing that my professor would say is, are you head to toe? And that was always how we began. I think she needs to have more this way. Yeah, like she can put this other leg forward, but she's gotta like have some stability to match this character. Good rule of thumb is to make your character make sense, if you want like realistic physics, you have to make sure that the head is like lined up appropriately with where the, I guess, like point of pressure for balance with the feet. Like that, it has to make sense for like them to actually be able to make this pose. Which means I have to make her smaller. Ugh. But we're doing more of like a silhouette anyway, so it's not a big deal. Well, yes, thank you. They made a couple updates to this program, so I'm still getting used to that. Oh yeah, we're not as limited now. This will be nice. Yeah. I think I'm gonna start over with this. Let's just delete the layer and then we'll add a new one. Just like really thrusting that hip out. This is gonna not make sense for a bit, and then it will. Ooh, what if I gave her like some fancy demon legs? That could be fun. Like bird legs. Bird-like legs. Hello, where's the thing? There it is. How good am I at perspective? I want to try this. If it doesn't work, I'll do something else, but... yeah. Don't want to see that much of the foot. Should be like... casting magic. No, please. There we go. It looks like super cartoony right now. We're doing like a pivot. Let's put this. Yeah, put this. Here. Messy. Okay, so I'm just gonna like, I have a basic idea of what I want, so I'm gonna turn this opacity down and then go back over it in the clay layer. And that'll be like my skeleton. Ah, that's too dummy thick. forget where everything is. Hi, Wes! Hello! Welcome to, creepy bird woman drawing. That's what we're doing today. I'm making characters, and then if people want them to be, tattoos, they're more than welcome to. And I will sell prints. Or more than welcome to use them. How have you been? I've been checking out your stream ever so often, just like anytime I can. It's cool. Saw you popped on earlier, that was fun. Okay. This is too thick. Let's make this... just go at this like really fast. Yeah, there we go. That doesn't feel right. That's because this needs to go over here. Yeah. Bones. Everyone's got them. This is gonna be like... If she had like a twist in her body, that would be cool. It has to be like feasible though. She's also like a monster creature, so I could kind of like play with it a little bit, but. What I'm looking for is a lot of information and a short amount of space. Thank you for greeting people, Star Fox. That's so sweet of you. Wes, you said, yeah, doing good. Just got home from a birthday dinner for my stepmom. Gonna lurk for a bit, but have a great stream. Well, thank you. Thank you for lurking. I always appreciate that too. And I'm super happy that you got to do birthday stuff today. I like cake a lot. And I hope you have a good time. We'll be here doing spooky stuff. Gosh. And this is with my pen lagging like a fair amount, so keep that in mind, please. I can't wait to do comics and whatnot again. It's gonna be so nice. So during my physical therapy, I've been able to just keep a mental note of like the different positions my body can make, and that just kind of comes up in my work sometimes. Okay, so all this needs to be moved again because there's not enough room for the foot. It is better to erase the whole figure and start over than to cut off the foot, because if you don't leave enough space for the whole figure, it'll look funny. Okay. I'm so excited. Aha! I'm gonna make prints from this because I'm liking this a lot so far. I think I'll use a color scheme that I don't usually use. myself out of my comfort zone. This is like the threatening bird woman of change. That's how I see her. Yeah, perspective. Stop lagging. It's fine. Okay. And let's make this. This arm needs to come down. And maybe be bigger. There we go. Yeah, that's more natural. And then you can see more of the staff. And you know what? Why don't we make the staff longer too? That sounds like a good idea. So now we have more space for everything. Get over here! Oh! It's fine. Oh my goodness. No, not okay. It's not done. There we go. I don't know if it's like a pressure setting or what, but it's thrown a fit since I moved over to my new equipment. It's probably just like a setting. Just press a button. But since I am not like super tech savvy, it takes me a long time to figure that kind of stuff out. And then when I do, I'm like, it was so easy. I could have been doing this the whole time. Nothing threatening here. Could do it like flamingo colors. It's a reference to Mark Rubier's stuff. Yes. I'm just gonna like do some swirly stuff. Maybe I should do the swirly stuff on the draft layer. Oops. Yeah, we're gonna do that. I want feathers. Feathers on the staff seem like a cool idea. Okay, so don't need this anymore. So, but I did kind of like this thing going on. So I think I'll keep this just for reference for something later. There she goes. Let's do a separate thing for the feathers. Looking for like fun motion. I want like these rings, and I want this to go with the rings. So I'm gonna do the rings first. Look at all those fruit. It's beautiful. Posture check. You're right. You're right. Yeah. Oh my goodness. You can lurk as much as you want, Star Fox. I'm happy to have you here. This is just me doing my thing, and I'm inviting all of you to hang out. Foreground and background. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be really fun to do maybe some like lighting on the figure with later on. Because I think this is gonna be the light source. Yeah. I can see it. Okay, now that I know where that's gonna go, let's do... So I've never really like drawn on stream before. I don't think. I think this is kind of like the first time, so welcome to my process. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I want this. These editing tools are so nice. In traditional, I would have to go back and erase everything and then start all over, but this doesn't play by the same rules. I have to work around some other stuff, but it's worth it. This seems to be border. Like, yeah! And we can make it, like, come to the foreground. And then we need another one to balance, because that's like too like offset. Needs a little more. So we'll do that. Yeah, I really do appreciate when people work. It helps. I'm sure the algorithms prefer if there are more viewers. So, thanks for being here. To be like obviously more important. So we'll probably make this like a separate color entirely. Yeah, it's getting heavy now, but we know where everything goes. So, I think what I'm gonna do is do like more of my print colors, and then go back and do like a clean version for like a tattoo, or I don't know, I'll just roll with it. Oh, you know what? I have been wanting to try out this new technique. I might do that. We'll try it out and see how it goes. If I don't like it, I'll change it. No. It's gotta be solid. Did you ever watch Regular Show? They're always like, do me solid. I love that show so much. Okay, so yeah, let's get rid of this. It already feels nicer. It was like getting a little crowded. So this is kind of like competing with the main figure a lot, but whenever we allocate the colors where they need to go, that's gonna help a lot. And then we just color it in. And the fill tool is really good for this too. Good tip for the fill tool, the little paint bucket. Click it a couple times because sometimes it doesn't like get all of it. It'll just leave like this line around it. And so this is a really great method to utilize. You put down like a base color, and then you can go in and adjust that base color to be just whatever you want. And it makes a big difference. Like if you want to like quick edit stuff, and then you can build off of that. This is too large. I need a smaller brush. Do you also want this color? E. We'll make all of this up here be like wacky colors. Okay, so I barely ever use the warm colors. So I'm actually gonna just try to incorporate that as much as possible in this in a balance. It's so different. Ah! New things. She does appear very threatening. That's the goal though, so that's good. And we'll go back and clean up all of this, all the little stuff later on. And let's do yellow. I think that's good. Like, that'll look nice on this too. Whoa, look! More fruit! Oh, what? Star Fox, I appreciate all the support that you're giving the community. This is beautiful. Like, you being here, you talking to people, you giving some peeps some subscriptions. It's really sweet. Thank you. This almost has like a Mardi Gras feel to it. The mask I'm going to keep mostly a light color, but yeah, we'll do, I'm going to actually like label these so I know where everything is, even though this is like, my keyboard's a little hidden right now. Here's some ginger candy so I can play Borderlands later. I'm going to see, I still have to check my equipment, Star Fox, but we're going to play Borderlands if everything is like set up and good to go. And if I get nauseous, I have ginger candy. Okay. Feathers. Look at me being so organized. And then we'll do another one. That's just the mask. So, part of why this is so important for my personal process is you can add layers that only will work on specific layers. So what I did right now, let me make this just very large for just a sec so I can show you this. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so this over here, this is where the base body is. You can add a layer, that new raster layer, and then once that layer is in, you click this little button right here, click to layer below, and that makes it to where it will see the pink line. That means it's able to be put on here. That means that anything that you put on this will only go on this. It won't go on other stuff. And the potential of that is so nice. Like, this is nice. I think I'm gonna include like this. Oh man, the yellow on top of this. Nice. I'm gonna try to adjust it so where like this is a little bit bigger, but you can still see me. Yeah, I think that's okay. I'll lean forward a bit, but if I make this stand up a little bit. Oh wow, you're off tomorrow? Well, let me check my tech. Let me check my the main thing is I don't know how to tell which games on Steam are like yours, like ones you own, or if they're from like someone else on Steam, but I'm like 90% sure I have Borderlands. I really should. I just don't want to say like, 100% everything's good to go, and then something come up and it's like, ugh, just kidding. I want you to like plan your whole day around it and then not be able to follow through. Yeah, I like that. You know what, I'm gonna keep that and then do something different with it in a bit. Also gonna add some yellow to like this swirly thing going on, because that's really fun. You know, posture. Just, yeah. Oh, you say you're just gonna game anyway? I mean, that works out. That's really cool. Yeah, I have something set on the schedule, but I might be able to just like do both. You know what? Let's do orange for that. That could be fun. Yeah, oh man, the blue and the orange, I'm vibing with it. I'd love to cosplay her. That'd be cool. If I could get like body paint, it would be just a whole other level for me. I'm gonna do it eventually. Yeah, I 100% want a game. I'm really excited that people from the community want to actually like do stuff, like actually interact. I'm so down for it. I am not used to the whole socializing thing, so yes, please. And this brush right here gives a little bit of texture. That's pretty nice. This is, I think the best way for me to go about this for my process is to turn it into a print, and then I'll make like a simplified version that is good for like tattoos. Because I think it might be a little overwhelming for a tattoo artist to just present this whole thing. So there are very certain styles that work better with the equipment. I thought about it for a while, being like a tattoo artist, but then I got so nervous because I was like, what if I mess up? It's on someone's skin forever. And I would most certainly practice a lot and you know, be very cautious with it, but I think it's really nice that I could do this and there's an undo button. And then I can make designs and hand them off to people that are more qualified. This should be lighter, but I think with another layer on top of it, like a yellow, and then we could blend it. Ooh, the Airbrush Tools, one of my favorites. You can do a lot with this. I'm gonna clip this though to the layer below, so it doesn't. What is? Oh, this is like a textured one. We want the soft one. Ah, there we go. Yeah. That's not clipped to it, but this actually works out a little better. Do the foreground a little more yellow, and then the background a little more orange. And what's really nice about this, and why I usually have so many layers, is you can do stuff like this, where you can change the opacity and you can just layer it and make all kinds of different stuff with it. And then you can also do like crazy wacky effects. Like over here, I'll make this a little larger so you can see. Over here, you've got this little thing, and you can pick the different ones that do different effects. Let me make this like vibrant so it's obvious. Yeah, there you go. So this is normal, and then you can pick different, just like different filters, I guess. And it does all kinds of wacky stuff to it. And this honestly like helps me whenever I'm getting a little bit too like flat in my process, and it needs to have something a little different. It helps force me out of my comfort zone so I can bring more elements to it. Yeah, there we go. So I'm gonna just play with these, and oh, you know what? The purple is nice. What? You know what? Purple is a good pick for this. Maybe a little bit less though. Okay, so if that's the case, you know what? Why don't we do a little bit of yellow in the foreground, and then we'll do a little bit of purple in the background for that. Yeah. Let's make that like that. Okay, so I've been working on this for a bit, and usually my process is I will just like throw something on the canvas and then I'll step away from it, because if I work too much on it, it'll get really messy really fast, because I just need to like take a breather. So we'll come back to this, but for now I'm going to cut out a couple stars, cut out a couple hearts, and this is my board for all of my subscribers. So I just wanted to do something kind of nice for the peeps that are subscribing. So these are my little foam hearts, my little foam stars for all the subscribers. And I'm not done with it, and I just found scissors again, so I'm going to cut on that a little bit. If you want to hang out and chat, you're more than welcome to. So I just want to note that the story time yesterday was really fun. I've never done it before, and I had a good time with it. I also left this for my roommate to see. I'm always trying to do new stuff for this stream. Like I played Death Road to Canada the other day. That was for Valentine's Day, and then Cupid showed up, so I thought that was really fun. How fitting. And then he fell asleep on the like time that it was supposed to be for him to watch out for zombies. He just like completely ignored the responsibility, and then we died. So I was just like, Cupid, why? On your day and everything. It was wild. It's still February, so my brain is still in like little foam hearts and cards and cute stuff. I saw someone post a picture of a giant bunny peep that is pastel and rainbow colors, and it's beautiful. It's so pretty. The person was holding it and they were just like ecstatic. I follow a few groups like pastel goth stuff, and it's really fun to see what all people do, like how creative they are. I really enjoy the aesthetic of like really light colors, but then like skulls and stuff. I think it's pretty neat. Oh, you know what? Soup sounds good. Let's do that. Little MONCH. Also kind of want to change up the music. I'm gonna catch up and chat in a bit. I'm gonna change this real quick. Ooh. Lost in Paradise. That sounds cool. Having one of those moments where I'm like, I have no idea where the music's coming from. How? This is because I have too many tabs open. Which is weird because I thought it was just playing this. Ha! I found it! Here we go. This one's called Lost in Paradise Retro Wave Synthwave. So maybe more of your style, Star Fox. Here we go. Oh, that's funny. You mentioned, yeah, what would purple rings look like? I'm liking the purple on it. I think it's gonna balance a lot better. I'll probably make them mostly purple and then just like pops and highlights of the yellow and the orange. So this is like, the whole thing is like super rough right now. It's just like the basis for like the form and the lines, but also the color. purple on the dress too. I do enjoy purple a lot. That's the main color that Welcome to Night Vale uses. And they're really cool. You say you have 4 tats on your left arm, a Thundercat sword on your ribs, but instead of the Thundercat's eye, it's the hilt you have from the Mortal Kombat dragon. That's really cool. Those are like super personalized, and I think those are fun. Say on your right arm, there are 3 other tats and a sleeve as well with a tiki hilt. Got it. Yep. I like tiki stuff, like the masks from what is it? Crash Bandicoot. That mask is really fun. I just like masks in general, I guess. Like yesterday we talked about the mask from Courage the Cowardly Dog. I would love to just make them and have them in my house. Just have them like hanging up. Maybe that's my art form, to be honest. Like, digital drawing, I love. Painting, I have like a love-hate relationship with. And I was watching an interview with David Bowie, and he said that whenever he has like a block for music, he would paint it out. And at one point in time, that was the method that he used to like get over that. And he said it was like really difficult because he during the process he was just working through all this internal stuff, and I think that's just what's been happening with me with my paintings. It just it's hard to keep them simple. I get a little too it gets too busy too fast, and I think that's just because I'm not leaving enough room for breathing space. But with masks and like 3D objects, they're pretty easy to alter, and I don't know, it's an art form I've never tried before, so I'm excited to tackle it. You say, do I even have tats? I don't have a single tattoo, but I want to really soon. I think I'm just ready for it. Oh, hi, Bamboo Booty! Welcome to my show! How is the state of my naughty side? Is it doing well? I think it's doing all right. I'll ask it, and I'll check in with you. Aw, yeah. Welcome to the show. I'm glad you're here. This soup is nice, but there's like pizza over here. Am I the host of the show? Sure am. Yep, that's me. This is my show. I do all kinds of stuff. I do painting dresses, and earlier we just made like this threatening bird woman. This is a rough design that I'm making into a print and into like a simplified version for tattoos, and then I'll have something called a tattoo dump, where it'll just be like an image of a dumpster, but it expands out and it has like all these different tattoo options that people are free to use. They're free to go get them, and I would love for people to share them and let me know if you get my tattoos. I think that'd be really exciting. I'm gonna get pizza. 1 minute. You can look at my threatening bird woman. So I'm doing drawing for that, but I didn't plan for it for this stream, but I think I'm gonna get some stuff on the dress because it is taking a lot longer to get through than I thought it would, and I want to make videos in it now. Yeah, I'm making a character that personifies Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, and then I'll be utilizing that character to spread awareness for it through videos, like through my YouTube. And I have some pretty fun, wacky stuff planned for that. it'll be the first time I ever really explore, I guess, theater. Like, I've been in it ever so often, but this is, like, my thing. Like, I could choose to do anything, but I am going to see if I can dabble in something more theatrical with my show. And she'll appear on my show ever so often, but it's like like a wacky clown character, but for good. I got pizza. Yeah, right now is MONCH time. We're taking a slight MONCH break. It's been working on this lady, so I'm gonna put this up. So if you wanna check it out, you can. And I'll catch up on chat. Star Fox, you say you had like an uncomfortable conversation and then got blocked. I gotta say, that's just gonna happen. Some people are just not gonna vibe with you, but I mean, that's okay. It just happens sometimes. There'll be other people that appreciate you, and stuff that works out. Say, is this idea all mine? Yeah. This is just the original concept. I like spooky ladies. I am a huge fan of Scooby-Doo, and then I've also been watching Sublymynal play Tomb Raider, and so the part that he's playing in Tomb Raider, it's in the Mayan temples. And there's a lot of actual legitimate influence from the culture. And there are a few parts where they have like this full like suit of armor, but it's made more to be like threatening. And it's fascinating. And they all have like these masks, and it's like feathers and stuff, and it's really fun. Oh god, that's uncomfortable. When people are like too drunk to remember stuff, that's a little much. That's a little too far. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe she was looking for like someone to pay her bills or something. I'm getting water. How is your kitty cat doing, Star Fox? Is your cat okay? Oh, you're asking if I'm streaming only on Twitch. Yep, currently. I'd like to stream on YouTube as soon as possible. I've learned that there's supposed to be a way that you can do both at the same time, so I'll look into that. But this is my main dig right now. What happened to the random kitty last night? I gave them food, and then I gave them water, and I let them sleep in here during like the coldest part of the night, and later on I just let them outside. They were meowing, and so they wanted outside, but I let them outside to like use the bathroom and then come back in, and then they napped in this little chair that I have, and then they went back outside. And the weather's supposed to be a lot warmer now, so they should be okay. But I also have like a little like shelter that I've made for them like on my porch, and like food and water. I'm not supposed to have cats, so that's like my way around it. You say stay loyal to one platform, but good sir, what if I just do both and they don't suffer at all? Like I noticed that like Mark Rubier works on mainly YouTube, I guess. That's mainly where I see his stuff, but I just found out he's also on Twitch. And so that's pretty cool. And maybe he provides like a different experience for both. So maybe it could not just be like, I definitely don't ever want to get to the point where I sacrifice when I expand. I just want to expand if it's going to add to the show. Oh, I say thanks for the follow. Of course! You're so supportive of me. Yeah, I think it's exceptionally important that we support each other, just all across the board. Life is so much nicer that way. And also, for anyone that is not like super aware on the background work of like Twitch streamers, the way it works for a lot of people is there's like a glass ceiling to get affiliate. So it's kind of, you have to have 50 followers, and then you have to have 3 consistent viewers for, I want to say it's a week. I really think it's a week. I'd have to check the numbers for that. But once you get past that, then you can have like a subscribe button and emotes and all the fun stuff. And so what I've been doing is going and finding people that are like dedicated to it and they're interested, and just sticking around, especially if they are close to the amount of followers that they need, and all they need is like that last few like 3 viewers for that span of time. It really does make a difference if you tune in. So if you want to help some peeps' dreams come true, you can just find some streamers that are really close to getting affiliate and just stick around. Even if you're just lurking, like, it helps them a lot. You need to upload stuff? I didn't even know that you were like doing as much like as you are. Really, I'd love to see more of your stuff. I think it's really exciting whenever people use this platform to share their own kind of artwork, because that honestly shows like a more realistic representation of who they are, like the kind of stuff that they're interested in and the stuff that they want to share. And I think everyone should have access to that. It makes this whole internet thing a more humanistic experience, I think. Because like, if I had someone come to hang out in my space, I'd want to show them like some of the cool stuff I'm interested in. Like these books over here. Part of my show is just like show and tell of like the stuff I have, like how do people, and then there's also yeah, these are like dummy thick ecology, and I can't wait to crack into these. Honestly, it's gonna be nice. Yeah, let's flip to a random page. Would you look at that koala? I saw a post that said koala fingerprints and human fingerprints are very similar, and it was becoming a problem for people at crime scenes. You know, it was just like, what kind of crime scenes have both? I'm concerned. I'm assuming this is an Australian problem, or it's just not true at all, but random fact, I don't know. Saw koala, thought of the meme, thought I'd share. And here is also a candle that's like done. But this is pretty. And honestly, it's all art, all of it, just around you every day. It just really depends on if you appreciate it or not, I guess. Oh, you know what? This should be fun because my emotes came in. Okay, so for anyone that doesn't know, my emotes for my channel, they're my fruit from my game. And I have little stickers of them, and I think it's just cute that I can show these to you and like you can actually put them in the chat. Here are the cherry boys. And here's Martha. She's peachy. Yeah. And here's my little blue, my little sad blue boy. And I made these designs, I made these characters, and then I got the stickers from Spicy Panda Stickers, who's also subscribed to me. She's so sweet. It's really cool. She's always like on the grind. Like anytime I would show up at most of my shows, she was there. Like the conventions that I would go to, I'd be able to see her. And it is cool. Because sometimes that would happen and then you don't really, you're not like friends with them yet, but if you introduce yourself in that convention scene for like the vendors, then you could look forward to seeing them at different shows. And it was a lovely community. Oh, cool. I'm gonna open up your YouTube on the side, Star Fox Rain. Cool. Yeah, definitely feel free to like let people know about your stuff. It looks cool. Yeah, I'll check it out after the chat more. Like I've subscribed, but I haven't got to really like scope that out a whole lot. Okay, what else do we have on this segment here? Alright, tattoo jump, fiber kicking it. Okay. Yeah, I'll drop my fiber and then I'm just gonna like paint on this dress more and have you be a part of it so you can see like the weird wacky stuff that we're doing in here. Yeah, and so my fiber, I'm trying something a little bit different. I'd like to make it to where it's more interactive. So if there's something that you would like to see me draw and then be a part of and like see the process, I've got a fiber set up for that, and really soon I'll have one where it's just like you can like throw $5, $10, $15, $20 my way, and then I'll just make something up. But I've got a few options on there right now. But for now, let's put this, boop, there you go. We're gonna work on this. I haven't got to the back yet, so with the pink anyway. So we'll work on that today. Work on this for just a bit. And I am scheduled until 10. Just so you know. Sometimes I stay a little bit after, but I do plan to raid Sublymynal when my stream does end. So you could check out some of the cool inspiration I've had for, like, this character. Pink. There we go. Oh, anything is better than nothing for you, YouTube, really. It's just good to have a starting point. Star Fox Rain, you say, I shall return. I gotta drive home, but I may not be home until just after 10, but we'll return if you're still on. If not, have a great night. Okay, well, be safe, especially with the roads being all crazy, and thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a good night, and I mean, we'll see each other soon, eventually. I am on stream tomorrow, 8 to 10. Maybe longer. We'll see. I am feeling better than I have been, so I think I'll be able to start extending out my stream times to more of my regular stream times. It's interesting to see the different approaches that people do for the scheduling. It really just depends on the individual and what they want to do. I've done like, my first stream was like 14 hours, and then I've done a 24-hour stream, and then I was doing 4-hour streams pretty regularly, and I was getting kind of worn out. Gosh, it looks delicious. So what we're doing right now is I'm putting this paint on a sponge so I can more easily put designs on this. I can do outlines and like brushes and stuff, but to get enough on there, the foams are really nice. These are like makeup foam brushes, sponges. Yeah, there we go. This is like the beginning stages, just like my drawing earlier. It's still gonna be a little sketchy until I go in and I edit things and clean it all up. But the idea for this is I noticed that there was a pattern on here that I could turn into eyes, and I think it's gonna look really cool when I'm done. I'll have to count them. I'll have to see how many eyes are on here. Oh my goodness. There is a artist that I follow. I think they're on Instagram as well, but they're also on Facebook. Dante Virgil? Oh my goodness. I'll have to show you his work before I get off of here, but my goodness, it's a whole other level. It's like inspiring me. I'm like, wow, I should step up my game. So whenever I do start like getting into more costume designs, I'm having so much inspiration from this person. I'm trying to follow the pattern of the eyes, but then it like cuts in half on the other side of the dress. Let's just decide what to do about that. Wouldn't it be cool if I could have a dress in an art gallery, or just like an art gallery of dresses? I would love that. That would be so fun. Because then you could walk around it and it would feel kind of ominous. You could maybe put like mannequins and stuff on them. Or put them on mannequins. Yeah. Yeah, so once I get this done, then I'll get to the fun stuff. The shading and the swirls and the pupils. And I usually am a fan of more gray tones, like black aesthetic and whatnot. And I do really appreciate like the style of this dress beforehand, but it feels so much more personalized now that I've started adding my own touch to it. And my main thing is most of the art that I've found that I really gravitate towards is functional art. And so I think this is a pretty cool like merging of those things. Got a couple graphic novels that I started working on, and after I get my shop set up, I'll start doing like webtoon stuff, and I'll just probably do some segments where I show you how I do that, and working on my comic. So if you come to my show, you'll be able to see like some sneak peek previews of what's going on in the story. After I get this eye done, I'll show you one of my characters. I can feel it going through the fabric onto my hand. It's fine. Ugh, yeah. I'm pink. Okay. Make sure this is like dry. Yeah, we're good. Yeah. Like this boy right here. One of the main characters of my show, or of my graphic novel. This is like an older version, like as in, like I did this like forever ago. And I've got like the rough layout for his design, more grown up. And I did this in like a print test to make sure my printer could like actually produce nice quality prints. And it does, it's like shiny. They're nice. Yeah, so that's koi. And then there's Emiko. And this is the grown-up version of Emiko. This is her design. I would love to cosplay her one day too. Okay, we're going to start on this one and just go from here. Let the rest of the pattern fall out, or follow through. But yeah, my show is not just like a one thing kind of thing. I do all kinds of stuff, and most of that is mainly dependent upon, like, for one, how I'm feeling, like how my health is, but also just what the community wants to see. So video games are going to be a lot more common because I can play with people, and there's a couple people that come to my show that have expressed interest, and I'm gonna try it out. It's gonna be fun. I played one game solo, so I know it works. And we'll see what we can do with multiplayer. You'll maybe see me get nauseous, who knows. I plan on playing Borderlands with Star Fox Rain, and it's one of the only games that I can play that I don't get immediately super sick from first person perspective. And I think that has to do with like the cell shading. But I absolutely love the game. I love the style of it, the ideas, just the whole theme. It's really nice. And I think it'd be fun to cosplay something for like my own character in that universe one day. Just cell shading in general. I remember whenever I went to conventions, those were some of the characters that like stood out the most to me, because it was like they were comic book characters just walking around, which was really fun. And I remember seeing a few people that did like actual comic book characters. Like they would do like the dots on their skin from the olden times, from the old magazines when they had like the different kinds of dots that they had to display the color. Like you only had like so many colors you could use, so what they would do is they would take these little dots and then they would align them together to where they produce like another color. And if you look really closely, you can see them. Okay. Paint. I'm gonna put this up. Yeah, it's gonna take forever. It's fine. I mean, we started wrapping around the dress. Like, this is kind of like one of the hardest parts because it's like squished, whereas the rest of it's flat and it's not a big deal. It's okay. It doesn't want to like smush into each other as much. Gosh, this is taking so long. It's gonna get there though, and when it's done, I'll show it to everyone, and it probably won't ever be done, to be honest. I'll probably just keep working on it, but slowly over time. Well, hello! Welcome back! You wanna see my dress real quick? Ta-da! I'm not done with it. These are all gonna be eyes, like as many as I can fit in here. And I just got like this side done. I can't wait to twirl in it. Ah, it's gonna be so fun. I'll be all kooky and wacky. But I've got like this big, lovely bow over here and up here. I think I'm gonna put one on the back. I might sew it on. because it matches so well, and I think it would be cute. Water. Oh, interesting. Most of the snow around, at least where Star Fox Rain is in Texas, is already dried up. There's still snow here. It's pretty cool. I haven't seen the sun in a few days, but I checked it out a little bit today, and it was nice. It was like calming. The world was very quiet. I miss going to the park and sunshine. I'm ready for it. I was like so in the mindset for spring, and then the blizzard just swept through the country, and I was just, it was disheartening, but I'll get there. Spring will come again. Okay, let me check something real quick. Also, thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. Okay, so we're gonna that's almost my show, really. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, I think 2 hours is like where I'm at right now. My health started to get like really bad, and so it was rough because I had to take a break, but I didn't want to take a break, and I think I'm gradually like getting back to my full strength. So I definitely appreciate you all being here. Oh, you know what? I could read one of my stories, because I do like ending on that note. I think it's really sweet. And I say my stories, but really, it's one of these fairy tales from this whole book that I have. There you go. Yeah. So I think I'll just read these until I'm done with them. And yesterday we left off on Jack and the Beanstalk. And there's Beauty and the Beast. That's the next one. Okay. So I will go ahead and we'll read this one. There we go. Just something light in the background. Alright, get cozy. It's story time. I think I'll do this before my sign off. Ugh, my foot. There we go. Okay, so we have Beauty and the Beast. Bruh. I don't have like a fancy zoomy camera yet, but we'll do our best. I'm gonna change this over though. Because as nice as like the upbeat retro synthwave is, I think it kind of breaks the vibe I'm going for. Yeah, so we'll tune that down just a bit. Here you go. I wonder if I can just switch over to just chatting. I don't know how to do that. I'm not gonna worry about it. Yeah, we did art stuff today. It's artsy in here. Okay, so here we go. Once upon a time, there was a merchant who had 3 beautiful daughters. The eldest sisters only cared for fine dresses and jewels, but the youngest, called Beauty, had a kind and gentle heart, and was especially loved by her father. One day, the merchant was going off on a long journey, and he asked his daughters what they would like him to bring him home. "I'd like a fine emerald necklace," said the eldest. "And a pearl necklace for me," cried the second. "I would like you to bring yourself home as soon as possible," said Beauty. "And if you can find one, I would like a white rose." Aww. The 2 sisters made fun of Beauty for asking their father to bring her a rose. "You have a lot of roses in your garden," they said. "But I do not own a white one," said Beauty, and she wondered why they wanted jewels. The merchant did not forget his daughter's wishes, and before returning home, he bought an emerald necklace and a pearl necklace. Boop. There you go. Yeah. But nowhere could he find a white rose for Beauty, for it was winter and snow was falling. It was kind of rude to ask for a rose in the middle of winter. As he was nearing home, the merchant missed his way in the snowstorm and could not tell where he was. Just as he was about to turn around, he saw lights ahead and soon found himself at the door of a great castle. He hoped they would offer him shelter for the night, and as he went to knock on the door, he saw that it was open, not a servant in sight, so he went inside. In the great hall, he found a splendid supper laid out. He sat down and enjoyed the feast. Just walking up in someone's house and eating their food. In the corner of the hall was an open door, and when he looked in, he saw a bedroom that looked as if it had been prepared for him. The merchant was very tired, so he went to bed and slept soundly. In the morning, a fine suit had been laid out for him to wear. And a hearty breakfast awaited him in the hall. He would have liked to thank his kind host, but still the merchant saw no one. As he walked through the garden on his way to the stable to collect a horse, he spied a beautiful rose bush covered with white blooms. Thinking of his daughter and her request, he reached out and picked a single rose. Suddenly, a terrible roar sounded from the bushes, and a huge, ugly beast sprang out. "Who is stealing my white roses?" he growled. The poor merchant trembled, and he could barely speak. "I did not mean to steal. My daughter begged me to bring her a white rose, and this..." Oh. "Is the only one I have seen. It is my favorite rose, and anyone who touches it must die," said the beast. "But I will let you go if you promise to bring me the first thing that runs to meet you when you get home." The merchant agreed, and as he made his journey home, he hoped that it might be the cat that came out to meet him, and not his beloved dog. But as he approached the house, it was his little daughter Beauty, who came running towards him. He turned so pale that when she saw her father, Beauty thought he must have been very sick. He gave her the white rose and took her hand. He told her all that had happened to him and the promise he had made to the beast. "But I will never, never give you up, Beauty," he said. "You must keep your promise, father," said Beauty. "Perhaps he will not hurt me." It's very chill about this. She's like, "Nah, it's cool." So they prepared to return to the castle. They rode silently through the forest, for they were too sad to speak. At the castle, they found the front door open and a meal laid out in the great hall. Only this time, the table was set for two. They sat down, but Beauty and her father could not eat. Then, at 9 o'clock, they heard a great roar, and the beast appeared. This was like really hard to do. Here we go. Yeah. Yes. There's the beast. He's got a funny nose. He spoke gently to them, saying to the merchant, "You may stay here tonight, but tomorrow you must go home and leave Beauty behind. Do not worry about her. She will have all she could have wished for here." Father and daughter parted with great sadness, but Beauty soon became quite contented with her life in the castle. Her room was very pretty, with roses outside her window, and on a table stood a wonderful mirror. In golden letters around the outside was written, "See your wishes, here enshrined. What you long for, you will find." "I will be able to wish myself home whenever I am unhappy," said Beauty to herself, and she often looked into the mirror to see what was happening to her father and sisters at home, for she had spent every day amusing herself and saw no one until the evening when Beast joined her for supper. After they had eaten, Beauty would sing to Beast, One night he asked her, "Do you think I am very ugly?" His voice sounded sad. It sounded so sad that Beauty found it hard to answer him. "You have a very kind face," she said at last with a sigh. "But you are very ugly." I mean, she's honest. I think I'm gonna get a light up here eventually, so you can see the book a little better. A single tear ran down Beast's cheek, and Beauty felt so sorry for him. "I do like you very much," she assured him. "Then will you marry me, Beauty?" "Oh no, I could never marry a beast," sobbed Beauty. Then she went to bed very sad. Looking into the magic mirror, she asked to see her family again. The mirror painted a picture of her old home, and in the corner, Beauty saw her dear father lying ill in bed. Next day, Beauty could neither play nor work, and could only wait until supper time came, when she could ask the Beast if he would let her go home just for 1 week to visit her father. "If you go, you will never come back to me," said the Beast. "I promise you I will come back in a week, dear Beast. Let me go," pleaded Beauty. "Very well," he said, "but take this ring with you, and if you ever want to come back, put it on your finger when you go to bed, and in the morning you will find yourself here in your own room." I like all the magical items. These are fun. Cool. Boop. That night, Beauty looked into the magic mirror and wished herself home. She fell asleep on her bed, tightly clutching the ring, and when she woke, she was in her father's house. He wept with joy to see little Beauty again, and began to get well. At the end of 1 week, Beauty could not bear to leave her father, so she broke her promise to the Beast and stayed for another week. One night, she had a strange dream. She dreamed that she was back in the Beast's garden, wandering about. As she came to the white rose bush, she found the poor Beast lying on the ground. He looked as if he were dying, and she ran towards him and cried out, "Oh, Beauty, you have broken my heart, and I shall die without you." Beauty woke up from her dream and so longed to see her dear Beast again, and she reached out for the magic ring and slipped it on her finger. When she awoke, she found herself back in her pretty room in the Beast castle, just as he had told her that she would. Remembering her dream, Beauty quickly ran out into the garden to see if he was there. While she reached for the white rose bush, she found the Beast lying so stiff and quiet that she thought he was dead. "Oh, my dear Beast," cried Beauty as she threw her arms around his neck. "Please don't die, for I have come back to take care of you, and I will marry you, and I will love you with all of my heart." She put her head in her hands and wept, and when she stood, she could not see the Beast. Instead, through the tears, she could only see a handsome young prince beside her. "Who are you, and what have you done with my Beast?" asked Beauty. "Do you not know me, dear Beauty?" said the prince. "I am the Beast you loved and whom you gave your life and happiness." Look. You shall listen while driving? Well, thank you, Star Fox Rain. Please be safe. "A witch cast an evil spell over me, so that I took the form of an ugly beast, and nothing could set me free until a beautiful girl loved me and promised to marry me. If you really are my dear Beast, then I will marry you," said Beauty. Together they went to the magic mirror, and when Beauty looked in, she saw her father living for the rest of his days in the castle with her. When the prince looked in the mirror, he saw a wedding with Beauty, his bride, carrying a bouquet of white roses. Their wishes came true, and they lived happily ever after. That was like 0 to a lot real quick. So that's like this old storybook version of Beauty and the Beast. I'd really like to get a hold of the Grimm Fairytales eventually, and maybe read those on stream too, so we can all be like, wow, this is super dark. They read these to children? But even like the matchbook, that little match girl thing that I watched, or that I read yesterday, that was like, that was really That was a lot. I wasn't anticipating on it being so dark, but like written for children. Okay, so I am checking online right now and seeing who all is streaming, and give me just a sec. I'll be right back. I hope you're having a good time, and Star Fox, I hope you're driving safe. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is I'm not like super great at this, but we're gonna raid a friend of mine, and if you want to stick around, that'd be really cool. If you don't want to, that's okay too. But I'm still kind of new to this, so we'll see how it goes. See what I can do here. Oh, Star Fox Rain, you talking about Watership Down. My friend Ken introduced me to Watership Down, and it is, I don't want to watch it. I've only seen like bits and pieces of it, references, but it looks horrifying. It's like a bunch of bunnies that are just like trying to survive, and it's very graphic. It's extremely graphic. Okay. Do. Definitely not looking up how to raid someone. That's for sure. Okay. So, let me see if I can do this. And cool. Is it like all one? I'll just try it. Yeah, Star Fox Down is like, or Star Fox Down, Watership Down is like really, really graphic. Like there's a lot of blood, and it's just like, this is for children. I didn't do that, Rain. Hang on. I'm trying. I really am. I think we're, okay, cool. All right, so we're gonna, the person I was talking about earlier that plays all the Tomb Raider games, that was like the inspiration for, well, bam, this lady here. He is playing some games right now, and we're gonna raid him. So, should work. Hey, there we go. Cool. Yeah, and if you want to stay and stick around, that would be really cool. It's up to you. But thank you for coming to my show. Whatever you do, do it with love. Pandora's Eyes. Thank you. And we're gonna do it.